Hello everyone, my name is Yoon, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you and sharing with you my top 5 tips to be a good listener. So I'm going to get right into it. So number 1 is eye contact. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Ready? I'm going to break eye contact. I know what you're talking about. Alright, tell me more. That is breaking eye contact. Even if you break eye contact for a split second, the other person will know. Why? Because they are looking at your eyes, and where your eyes go, they will think, what's that? What's he looking at? I'm having a conversation with him. I'm talking about something personal with this person, and they don't really care. What's he looking at? Even if you break eye contact for a split second, they will know. So how do you not break eye contact? Well, I'm going to give you my tips that I do. So when I look, it's like looking at a pen. If you focus on the pen, everything else is a blur. But if you focus on everything else, the pen is a blur, right? So my focus is not on the person. The person becomes a blur to me. But what I do think is what I just think. I visualize my response. I visualize what this person is saying. Okay, so the person becomes blurred, but I don't focus on my surroundings. I focus on what I'm going to say. I create a visual representation as to what I'm going to say to this person. So I say it back to this person. That's number 2, visual response. Okay, so let me try to get this clear. So you and your family are having this problem with this thing and this thing, right? So if you have a pen and pencil, that's one of the best way to show them a visual representation of what you just said to them, and you trying to understand their situation. And why are you trying to understand their situation? That's number 3. And guess what? No answer is needed. If a person comes to you with a problem, they are not looking for an answer. If they ask you, hey, Yoon, does this shirt make me look good or not? Then they need an answer, okay? That's a different case. If they ask you, hey, I have a situation and I need your advice, alright? Let me tell you about my situation and you give me advice. Then an answer is needed. At the end of a conversation, if they say, hey, what do you think I should do? Then an answer is needed. And the best way to give an answer to that is through the visual representation. So, what do I mean by no answer is needed? Well, through my experience, I've talked to a lot of people and I've listened to a lot more people. So, in my experience and in my view, when people come to you with a problem, they are not looking for an answer. They just want to tell you about it. They want to tell this person about it. They want to tell you about it. About their problem. That's it. They just want to share their problem. They just want to talk. They just want to vent. They just want to let everybody know that, hey, this is what's going on with my life, okay? Here it is. I'm just having a conversation starter, and I want to be involved with your guys' life. So here's some of my life. And that's all there is. I believe that that's what I've collected and what I've came to know about listening and responding to people. So when I gave an answer for the first time, like, hey, alright, why don't you do this? They will always come back to you and say, like, no, that's a stupid idea, so don't even bother. So number 4 is hand gestures. Hand gestures in a conversation is extremely important. So there's a difference in what I'm going to do right now. Ready? Okay, I understand. So it's a problem with you and your family, right? Tell me more about it. 2. Okay, so there's a problem with you and your family, right? Okay, so yeah, tell me more about it. That's the difference. When you make hand gestures, you seem more interested in what the other person is saying, and you seem more involved in what they have to say. So that is the difference between a no hand gesture and a lot of hand gesture. I'm not saying like go crazy, but expressing how you feel, how you talk physically is an important skill that you can master. So number 5 is when someone comes to you with a problem, and everyone has their own problems, and then when they come to you to share with you a piece of their life, you ask this question: how does that make you feel? If a person in a conversation they're telling you feels is talking about how they feel ignored, you ask them, how does that make you feel? And this is more than just an intellectual connection that if you have normally. This is a heart-to-heart connection. Okay, and this is a very key important fact to know. When you ask the question, how does that make you feel, they will tell you how that makes them feel. And like I said, they are not looking for an answer. They're not looking for a solution to a problem. They just want a human interaction, and tell them a bit about their life, and you connect heart to heart. Hey, I understand. Your mother passed away, but hey, I might not know completely how that feels, but I know my grandfather, my grandmother passed away, and that was a very unhappy point in my life. So I can kind of understand where you're coming from. That's a heart to heart, how do you feel connection. So those are my top 5 tips as to how to be a good listener. So if you're on a date, or if a person comes to you with a problem, these are the top 5 tips to use. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave any comments, questions, recommendations that you have, and thank you.